building a new system, building a brand new house. So SAP installation means you are constructing a new house, brand new house you are constructing. Same as like SAP, brand new systems you are building means brand new house you are building, right? So for what are the softwares we required? We discussed yesterday, right? What are the softwares we required for the SAP installations? Anybody can jump in here. What are the softwares we require?
SWPM,
Okay.
export kernel,
Okay.
SAP DB, that means DB
DB.
client,
Yeah.
Client
DB.
SAP.
SAP host agent.
Okay. So SAP host agent here. So yeah, thank you. That's correct. Yeah, these are the softwares are required here. So normally, if any software or any application installation, only one file is enough, right? One media file you will download, you will install, you will watch the movie, that application, right? But SAP is not like that. You need to have the multiple files. We have to do the installation. Multiple files we have to download it. So where we have to download it? Service marketplace, which we have the S user ID. With S user ID, we have to download it and we have to paste into the server level. From there, we have to do the installations, right? That is what we discussed yesterday. So here, so anywhere when you are calling the in the outside, also outside or somewhere when you are when you're speaking with someone, so don't tell like SAP. So it's a SAP. Okay. So it's a SAP. Normally, if you go the professionals are anywhere outside of market, so normally people will say like it's a SAP basis, SAP security, SAP functional at SAP EC system. So the people who are not in the SAP background, they will call like SAP basis consultant, SAP base. So why? Because they are not in the they are not in the SAP. If the people are in the SAP, definitely they will call like a SAP, right? It's not the SAP. Okay. So that is the one small correction when you are speaking with someone. Okay. So it's not the so SAP. It's a SAP, right? SAP, right? So here to start with the installation, first we need to open the SWPM tool. So we have to launch the SWPM tool. Why? Because SWPM tool is the installation tool. Why? After launching the SWPM tool, so it will open the URL, then we have to provide the inputs. We have to provide the inputs here. We have to launch the SWPM tool. Then so you have to provide the you have to launch the SWPM tool. Then we have to provide the inputs to that tool only here. But because the tool will ask please provide the path of the exports. The tool will provide please provide path of the exports. The tool will ask the SID, all the inputs, the tool will ask it. You no need to do it, just you have to feed the tool. You have to give the inputs to the tool here, right? Whatever it is asking, we have to provide the input. So the first task is here, we need to launch the SWPM tool, right? To launch the SWPM tool, so go to the SWPM folder, SAP INST, where we need to click it out, right? So here, so see here, this is our practice server, right? SAP practice server. So let me show you how to log into our servers as well here, right? So here, once you log into in your laptop or desktops, there is a search bar. You can see there is, if it is a Windows 10 or Windows 11, you have the search bar. If you are using the old version, then open the run prompt here, run. So in the run, you will just open the MSTSC. Otherwise, to open the MSTSC, it will open the one prompt, remote desktop connection prompt will be open. Otherwise, if it is the Windows 10 or 9, just open the remote desktop connection. Directly, it will open the remote desktop connection here, RDP, something like that. Here, in the computer field, you need to feed our IP details, server details, and then here you need to feed the username, check which user you are using. Sometimes it's automatically saved of your Gmail ID. That time it won't accept. So just check what is the email ID, what is the user ID, password, user ID configured here. Just click on the connect button. Then it will ask the password. It will ask the password here. Then you can log into the here. You can log into the here. Then you will open the SAP screen here. You will open the server. You will log into the server here, right? You will log into the server here, our practice server here, right? So once you log into the practice server here, right? Once you I will share you the IP details, user ID and passwords, right? You will open the server details and everything here. You will open the server details and everything. So here in the practice server, if you go to the here in the this PC, and there is a C drive here. In the this PC, there is a C drive. There is a C drive here. So in the C drive, so there is a SAP software, SAP software, C drive, SAP softwares. We have all the exports, kernel, SWPM. So tools are there. Host agent is already a small service. It's already there. It won't ask. And DB client already installed it. DB topic time, you will come to know how to install the DB and everything also. Right? Now we are doing the SAP. Right? So now go to the SWPM tool. Then SWPM tool, there is a SAP INST. In the SWPM tool, there is a SAP INST here. So before that, let me do the some cleanup here. There is a folder. Normally, this host, when you are opening, this host it will be slow actually. So that is the reason you will get the two jump server access here. One is the main IP, same user ID, same password. This is very fast. But because this is i7 processor, this is very fast here. Here, normally all the people will log in, not only your batch people. So worldwide, all the people will log into the system. Today only restarted. So they can do the work here. They will log into the SAP systems and they will do the work. This is our next work here. Our next work is this is the login to the SAP system. This is the SAP screen looks like here, right? So you have to log into the SAP system. This is the next thing here. So from here onwards, it's some little bit important. Here onwards, actual our administration topic starts here. Log into the SAP logon pad, log into the SAP systems here. But here we are discussing about the installation as well. From here, once you log into the gem server, from here you can open the practice, SAP practice server. And again, same user ID, same password, you can use it. Then you will able to log into the our practice server, same practice server which is opened, same practice server you can able to open here, right? Same practice means within the desktop there is a one more desktop you have opened. Within the desktop there is a one more desktop opened, that is called the SAP practice server. So you have the main desktop. In the main desktop, once you log into our main server, from there you can log into the one more server. One more server you have to log in. Two steps here, right? Two step, or directly also you can log in. That is also possible. Directly also, so you can log in here. The directly also that is possible. So I can tell you how to log in also directly. So right, directly means same IP address. If you use it directly, you can connect to the SAP practice server. Otherwise, within the server, you can also use the same IP. You can log into the SAP practice server. So either way, you can use it here, right? So then go to the C drive, SAP softwares here, then SWPM tool, then just double click the SAP INST. Just double click the SAP INST here, right? If it is the Windows, then you need to Windows means very simple, right? Windows, it's very simple. Why? Because just Windows, if you need to mouse will works, directly double click, it will work. So it will launch the SWPM tool here. So these are the softwares we downloaded. Then SWPM tool, you have downloaded as a SAR file. You have extracted, these files are created. Then when you just in that files, there is a SAP inst.exe file is there. You need to double click, means you need to execute that file. Then it will open the URL in the browser. It will open the URL in the browser here. So it will open the one URL in the browser itself. So let me show you here. So it will open the URL in the browser. So that URL is for the SWPM tool. So see here, URL is getting opened here. See, URL is opening. So you are getting this screen, connection is not private means, so no need to panic here. Okay, just to go to the advanced, it's a non issue. Just proceed with to the unsafe mode. Then it will ask the user ID. So whatever the user you started the SWPM tool, you need to enter that user, right? Same password you have to enter it here. So whatever the user, so you have to correctly enter the user here, correctly enter the user and the password you have to enter, right? Then, so it will launch the SWPM installation screen. It will be launched. See here, this is the SWPM screen got launched here. Okay, so once again, let me close this one. If you close it manually, it won't go away, the process. Okay, again, what you have to do, you need to go to the task manager. Whenever the person who is working, so just before that, go to the task manager, details tab, check SAP INST process is there. Yes, right click and kill the process tree here, right? Your SAP INST will be deleted. Well, because some people, they will open and they won't close it. So it will be stay like that only. So in that case, close it before you starting. So it's recommended to close the, if any open SAP INST process, close it, all the process, you can close it here. Okay. Then once again, so go to the, your practice server, C drive, right? C drive, SWPM tool. Then see here, there is a SAP INST. Double click on the SAP INST. Double click on the SAP INST here. Double click on the SAP INST here. So then it will launch the SWPM screen here. SWPM tool will be opened here. So how to launch the SWPM tool means, go to the SWPM folder. Then, so there you need to double click the execute the SAP inst.exe file. You have to execute it. So this will open the URL in browser. This will open the URL in the browser. So URL means HTTP or HTTPS :// host name. Host name means your application server name, means your Windows name, Windows server name /4237/SAP INST. And so that is the main thing you need to remember. SAP INST, up to SAP INST you need to remember. This is the URL. It will open in the browser. It will open in the browser. Your host name is SAP practice, then practice. Your host name is the my company. Your host name is the ABCD. How to check the computer host name? If you go to the properties, there you will get the host name here, right? So see here, it is opened here. See, SAP practice. So then port number 4237 SAP INST here, right? That is the port number for the installation tool. So what is the port number for the SWPM tool? This is the one of the first question. So if they are going for the implementation projects, the first question they may ask you, what is the port number for the installation tool, means SWPM tool. 4237 is the default universal port number. Universal port number 4237 is the port number here. Okay, that is the port number. Then here, just provide the user ID, right? And the password, the correct password you have to provide it. Then it will open the SWPM screen opened. The home page will be opened. So this is the SWPM home page here. With this SWPM, we can do the usage of the SWPM tool here. Usage of the SWPM tool. We can do the installation, uninstallation, then system rename, then exports, imports, system copy. There are a lot of things we can do it. So for now, you can just do, you can remember that we can do the installation using the SWPM tool. Installation from the SWPM tool here. Okay, that is what we can do it here. The port number 4237 here, right? So here, this is the home page. It is opened here, right? So here you can see, as I mentioned here, SAP installation procedure is common for any product, either S4HANA, ECC, NetWeaver, CRM, SRM, any product, the installation procedure is common. Common means, so the common procedure we have to use it here. right? Same tool, same procedure we have to use it. The only thing is, when you are in the SWPM scroll, when you are installing the S4HANA, then you need to select the S4HANA folder. If you are using the NetWeaver folder. If you are using the ECC, then you need to use the ECC ERP8, then CRM, SCM, SRM. So whatever you are using, solution manager. So whatever the SAP product you want to do the installation, the respective folder you need to click, right? So for now, you can just select on the NetWeaver 7.5. Why? Because this is a small system installation. So everybody will get the chance to get the hands on the NetWeaver 7.5 installation. So later, once you got the perfect, then we can go for the S4 HANA installation or ECC installation. We will take care of that part, right? First of all, so NetWeaver installation will go because it's a very small system installation procedure, right? So then here you can see NetWeaver installation 7.5, right? After that, when you expand this folder, you see they have the subfolders here, which means databases here, right? So as I mentioned here, SAP, we can install on any operating system. SAP, we can install on any DB except S4HANA, right? Any DB means, so it's a Oracle, SQL, DB2, MaxDB, then Sybase, then HANA, right? These are the databases in the market. Any operating system, right? Either Windows operating system or non-Windows operating systems here. Windows operating system and non-Windows operating system here. Windows and non-Windows operating system here. Windows and non-Windows operating systems here, right? Windows and non-Windows operating systems, right? So we can install on any Windows or non-Windows operating systems, any database here. So you can choose any database here. But for now, we don't need all the databases here, either HANA or SQL Server. The HANA SQL Server, HANA we will discuss. So SQL Server, right? Just expand the SQL Server DB. Why? Because these are the smallest databases. So it will finish quickly, right? So remaining there's a it will take time, and so only one or two persons only take the time here, right, per day. So here everybody will get the chance here. That's why first we will go with the smallest installation tool, right? So that is the SAP installation, and a list of databases you can select it here. Then installation we are doing here. Installation we are doing here, right? Installation we are doing here, right? Then that is the application server. That is the application server ABAP or application server Java. We can do the installation here. Application server ABAP or application server. So ours is the application server ABAP. Ours is the application server ABAP here, right? Installation we are doing application server ABAP. Why? Because we are the ABAP team. ABAP team means our SAP systems are ABAP systems here, right? So once again, let me show you. So you are in the screen. Okay. So this is very important, guys. Which product you are installing, you need to choose carefully. Okay. Why? Because yeah, all the SAP product installation we can do with the SAP SWPM tool only, right? So then in this case, so select the which product, NetWeaver 7.5. Then which database, SQL Server database. Then what you are doing, only installation. Then which installation, ABAP or Java, ABAP apply. So normal SAP is the application server, right? SAP application server, right? Application. So application server. Then what type of application? Means we can do the installation in the three ways: standard, distributed, high availability. Standard, distributed, high availability. Three modules we can do it here. Means three ways we can do the installation here. So what is standard installation? Right? What is standard installation here? Standard installation here. Standard installation means, so within the operating system, this is your operating system. Here, if you install it in the operating system, if you install database here, SAP here, both SAP and database, if you install in the one operating system, if you install the SAP and DB on the one operating system, that is called the standard. That is called the standard procedure, right? That is called the standard procedure here. If you install the DB and SAP on the one operating system, then that is called the standard here, right? So that is the standard here. So, but there is a one more procedure also, standard, then distributed. Distributed means, so SAP is on one host. SAP is on one host here. SAP is on one host and DB is on the one host here. Means two operating systems here. Two operating systems here. This is SAP and this is the DB here. Both are not in the same operating systems here. So this is on the different operating system. This is in the different operating system here. SAP is in the DB and the not operating. Both are in the different operating systems here. In this way, you require the two operating systems, two RAMs, two disks, two networks, two support teams, support team is required to do the monitoring of the two systems. Then, but risk is very less. Why? Because here one is running on the dedicated operating system, one is running on the dedicated operating system. Very less risk, right? Why? Because the both are running in the one system. Sometimes what happens? Operating system will go on status. Operating system will go on status here, right? Operating system will go the on status here. So this is the one of the thing here. So that's the reason. That's the reason. So some customers, like especially some other small customers, they will go for the standard installation. If it's the large customer, suppose like Cisco, Unilever, so some major clients, major customers, major clients projects, they will go for the distributed, which means they don't want to take the risk. Why? Because their business is very more, right? Even villages also their businesses, Unilever, shampoo, everything they are in the more businesses, right? So they don't want to take the risk on these products here, right? That's why they will go for the more infrastructure, more licenses they will purchase, and they will go for some customers. They are the small startup companies. They are small startup businesses, so they don't have budget. In that case, they will go for the SAP and DB on the same operating system, right? In this way, if one is down, it will impact the other also. If the entire operating system is down, then it will impact the other thing. But here, here the cost is very less. Why? Because only one operating system license. Here, two operating system licenses cost is more, right? So that is the some customers will think like this here, distributed. So high availability. Next one is the high availability here. High availability. High availability means here, so it's a kind of a clustering concept here. It's high availability, especially banking sector companies, banking sector businesses. They will go for the high availability, zero risk, zero downtime. Why? Because banking sector means that is a very high. It should be always should be available. The banking sector systems should be always available, right? Banking sector systems, it should be always available every time, 24 hours it should be available, 360 per day, 24 hours the system should be available. Then only the transactions will happen. Otherwise, so we know what will happen, right? During the business hours, if the bank server is down, what will happen? So all the transactions, they may lose the transactions and everything, right? That may happen, right? So here also, so from SAP, so SAP, the people are using the banking sectors also, right? Suppose if you take the Standard Chartered Bank, that is purely running on the SAP, right? Some other banking sectors, Citibank or something, and some other banks, they are running on the SAP, purely running on the SAP. That time, they are in the most advanced technique, more high availability techniques they will use it here. Means high availability concept they will use it here. So in this concept, what we have to do here, so in this concept, so it should be high availability. Means they will install they are in the cluster node here, which means high availability here one node, here one node, then here SAP application servers will be installed here. SAP application DB is also in the high availability mode. DB also in the high availability means two DBs, two SAP systems. These are the SAP app servers here. So what will happen here? This will connect to the this one. This will connect to the this one. So this is the database. This is connecting to the here. So in any case, SAP DB, SAP DB here. So in any case, this is down, immediately it will fail over to the secondary side. It will fail over to the secondary node, right? The switchover, the failover, failback mechanism will happen here. This is called the high availability mode, which means here there's a lot of license, lot of operating system was required, right? So you have the SAP ASCS instance one node, ERS one node, and application servers, then DB for primary node, DB secondary node, then the database also we can install in the high availability mode, then SAP also we can install in the high availability mode, so that SAP side something happens in this operating system, immediately it will fail over to this operating system. Something happens in this operating system, automatically it will fail back to this operating systems, which at any time business will not down. There's no downtime for the business operations. If you have the one operating systems, what will happen? If you have the one operating system only, then in that operating system, even so the operating system is down, that functionality will not be available, right? The SAP functionality will not be. But here in the availability mode, what will happen? If that is down, what will happen? It will fail over to the another node. Means another server is available. It will take care of the failover. It will fail. It will take care, and we can do the business from this system also, right? Means SAP at any cost it won't down, right? It will be fail over to the secondary node. So this type of methods we have in the high availability concept. In the high availability concept, we have these procedures are there here, right? So high availability, right? Standard node, distributed node, high availability node here, right? But ours is that is depends, means depends upon the project you are working. So they will go for the high availability modes or distributed mode, they will go for that one. Ours is the small customer, then we can go for the standard system, then standard installation we can take care. Standard system, standard installation, we can take care of that part here. Then when you click on the standard, it will go to the another page here. So where you will get the 4 roadmap steps here. 4 roadmap steps here. One is the define parameters, review parameters, execute the service, service completed. So in the define parameter section, here is the place where we have to give the inputs to the SWPM tool. This is the place where we have to provide the inputs to the SWPM tool here, right? SWPM tool where we have to provide the SWPM tool here, right? So this is the here. Why? Because remaining we no need to do anything. Automatically system will take care of that part here. System will take care of. Only here define parameter section. So one hour it will take maximum to feed the data, give the inputs and everything here. 1 hour, exactly 1 hour it will take, which means it's not easy to do the SAP installation. So we have to have a lot of patience, lot of work, lot of screens we have to click and everything here, right? So here see, so now the first step is called the parameter settings. Do you want to go for the typical or custom? So typical means you will get the less prompts, the default settings will be applied here. Means small selection of prompts here. This custom means each and every time it will ask the prompted all the parameters, multiple passwords you have to enter. But here the default settings will be taken care. So normally we choose the typical only here. Just click on the next button here, right? Our duty is from here onwards, once the SWPM tool is launched. So we need to click on the next button, and we need to see whatever it is asking. Then we need to provide the details, click on the next button, then provide the details, click on the next button, next button, next button, next button. Until you go complete the different parameter section, you need to click on the next button here. Until then, this will be hidden, right? So, sir, I want to know, see here, we are not sure the 3 dots are loading here. We are not sure what's happening here. Sir, where can I check the logs? That is the main important thing here. If you go to the logs and files here, so here you can see the SAP inst.log file. SAP inst.log file here. So this is the very important log file here. SAP inst.log file here. So here this log file, it will generate the all the whatever you are giving here, everything will be recorded here in the SAP inst.log file. Here, the two important things see here, like a what is the port number? What is the what are the log files here? Log files for to check the installation status and everything here. Log files. So SAP inst dot log file here. So in the installation time, during the interview point of time or anything, the people are asking the question means they are the main thing is like what are the softwares, which tool you will use for the installation, what is the port number for the SWPM tool, what are the log files we will refer for the installation. These things they will ask you, right? So remaining things no one ask the questions. Why? Because why? Because this all the manual work in the within the half an hour, 1 hour time. They don't want to spend all the time on the only installation topic. We have the multiple topics, right? So only few things are very important. Those are the two things here. Here SID, right? SID means system identification, which we discussed yesterday, right? So when you are doing the SAP installation, your mandatory field is the SID. Means so when you are installing the house means there is a house identification number or house number, there is a flat number, or if it's the born baby to identification purpose, we will give the name to the born babies. So all those things, right? Same as like here for the installation, we have to provide the SAP ID. So anything we can put it out here. Suppose like NWD or NW. So suppose as per the standards, SAP, some recommendations are there here. So here, when you are installing the NetWeaver product, we will install the to identification purpose. It's a development system. In the landscape, we will not only install the one system here for the landscape. One product you are installing means multiple systems we have to install it. One for developments, one for testing purpose, one for the production business purpose. We have to use it here. So that is the reason if you are installing NetWeaver product, then NetWeaver development, NetWeaver quality, then NetWeaver production. If you are installing the ECC, then ECC development, ECC quality, then ECC production here. If you are installing the S4 HANA, then that is called the S4 HANA development, S4 HANA quality, then S4 HANA production. Right? So multiple things we have to do the installation here. Multiple things. So multiple SIDs, we can keep it anything here, right? Why? Because SID is a SID is like a 3 alpha numeric character here. So numeric 3 alpha numeric character here. SID is a 3 alpha numeric characters, which means 3 number, either directly number, so not the number, letters we can put it out, or should not be a first letter, first should not be a letter. That is the main thing here. If you put the letter here, it will not take one NW something like that, invalid entry, right? So it should be 3 alpha numeric characters. Then click on the next button, right? That is the recommendation. You can give anything, right? You can give any SID, you can give it here. So FQDN, fully qualified domain name. We don't have any domain name. Just uncheck that button, right? We don't need to provide the domain name. Domain name means www.google.com, facebook.com, right? linkedin.com, every company, mycompany.com. So that is called the FQDN, domain names. So we don't have any domain name. Just uncheck, click on the next button here. So these things we can track it here. What's asking here? That will be updated each and everything here, right? So password for all the users, right? We need to, some of the users will be created during the installation time. During the SAP installation time, some of the users are getting created here. So those user details we have to provide it here, right? So users, right? So it's like a, so password. So passwords we have to provide it here. So what are those users are? It's saying that password for all the users means what are the users are creating. That I will explain it. Don't worry. I will tell you what are the users here. So like that, you need to keep on just to providing the define the parameter sections and everything here, right? So up to maybe still 1 more hour it will take. So it's not that much of easy. Only giving the inputs 1 hour. Then SAP installation will take 3 to 4 hours. So total 4 to 5 hours it will take to complete the one SAP system installation. Don't think like 5 minutes job, 10 minutes job. So it's a lot of things we have to so provide it. Now see operating system users, right? Operating system users, we have to give it here, right? Then operating system users here. Then click on the next button. So whatever the password, then you need to set the passwords. Whatever it is asking the SAD, whatever that is asking the path, softwares, locations, all those things we have to provide the inputs here, right? So it means after taking, why it is taking some long time, immediately we are not getting the
We
input.
are getting echo. Is everyone is facing the same thing or?
Echo.
Yeah, from your line only we are getting echo.
Is it for everyone?
No.
Like
No.
a robo we are getting, robo voice.
Oh, robo voice. Okay, so let me see. What I can do here. Let me pause it here.